Hello and welcome to Just One More Watch. We're going to play a game together, you and I, today. Pretty easy game. It's called What Happened Next. I'm going to play you a clip from the JOMW archives, just over there somewhere, and you're going to tell me what you think happened next. Pretty simple, isn't it? Alright, let's get on with it. This one was from February 18, my review of my Oris 65 blue-black dial. I could easily wear this watch all day, every day, for the rest of my days. So, what do you think happened next? Yes, that's right, I flipped it. Even I could see the irony when I recorded this the next month. 4 days later, I flipped it. 4 hours after receiving cleared funds from the new owner, I bought this, a brand new Deauville dial version of the same watch, the Oris 65. Now, I flipped the blue-black dial and purchased a brand new Deauville dial, which I fell in love with all over again. Indeed, you may have watched the recent video where I put it head-to-head against the GEARBEST Ocean Rover. I'm going to play you a clip from that, and once again, I want you to tell me what happened next. I've said it before and I'll say it again, the Oris 65 is a stunner. I could happily wear this watch all day, every day for the rest of my days. Not that hard to guess, is it? Yes, that's right, I flipped it once more. It seems that every time I profess my undying love for the Oris 65, I sell my Oris 65. But it also seems that every time I sell my Oris 65, I buy another Oris 65. Yes, I bought number 3. Clearly, I've got a bit of a fetish happening with regards to the Oris 65. What one did I get this time? Well, I got a lightly used Bezel World 2018 model with a bronze bezel and the rose gold hands and indices. And surprise, surprise, I'm completely in love again. In fact, I think I could wear this watch all day. Yeah, alright, I'm not even going to say it. Let's flip the camera and have a look at it. Oops, I did it again. I was going to put on a Britney Spears style red rubber catsuit for the intro today, but I decided against it. Nobody needs to see that. You're here for the watches, and don't worry, the watch inside this box is a stunner. Perhaps though I ought to explain myself first. You see, I haven't quite sold the Deauville dial yet. By the time you watch this video though, it's currently on eBay and I'm sure it will be on its way to a new home. But I did think that there was a possibility here of rationalising my collection a little bit, doing a 2-for-1 deal if you see what I mean. Oris 65 plus Zelos Mako Bronze equals Bronze Oris 65. This one did cost me a few quid, so I'm thinking about selling both of these. That one's definitely going, this one may go. You can kind of see the logic, I hope, combining features from 2 watches I love into one watch that I'll wear, perhaps more often than the other 2 combined. We shall see. For the train spotters amongst you, the box is actually different. It's not the heritage box that I got with the Deauville dial, it's this slightly new one. And there's the watch inside, horizontally aligned rather than vertically aligned. Big deal. I got this one from a friend of a friend called Zane. Thumbs up to you, Zane. It was lovely to meet you, and your watch is immaculate. Pre-owned, but it may as well have been new. Still had a number of the stickers, including the caseback sticker and the sticker on the bracelet. It really is mint. And you know the deal with this one. We've been here a couple of times already, haven't we? 40mm in diameter, just over 13mm thick, about 47 lug tip to lug tip. 20mm lug width, tapering down to 14. Big taper on the bracelet, back up to 16 at the clasp. Sized more or less for me, 7 inches. This one weighs in at 120 grams. Big part of the appeal of this watch is the lack of weight. 316L stainless steel case, crown and bracelet, but not bezel. The bezel is one of the standout features. It is a bronze bezel. The only real changes from the regular Oris 65s are they've kind of taken the dial pattern from the 42 and put it in the 40. You can also get this in a 36mm diameter if you prefer a slightly smaller watch. They've added the bronze ring to the bezel rather than stainless steel, and the hands and indices are rose gold. There you are, perhaps you can see them from an angle under the studio lights, perhaps you can't. A lot of watches, my studio lights do them enormous favours, not so this one. It looks stunning in natural light.
you don't really see the effect of it underneath these studio lights. You do see some of the distortion from that incredible piece of domed sapphire crystal. 13mm thick, but there's a good 2 or 3mm coming from that crystal. Just gorgeous the way it distorts the dial and the way it slips so neatly under a cuff. And I think the date at the 6 has been better integrated. There's that little halfy index aligned horizontally at the 6 rather than cutting into the 6 index, the Arabic, the funny 60s Arabic that it does on the other one. See what I mean? I think it's a neater integration of the date function on the bronze bezel model. But everything else remains the same. Bracelet is still beautiful, riveted style, just push pins, but a very nice little clasp there. And behind that pristine, shiny screw down case back with 100 meters of water resistance is the same Sellita SW200-1. Unspectacular ETA 2824 clone, to be honest. 26 joules hacks hand wind. I got about plus 7 seconds per day very, very consistently out of the last one. I'll start the watch check app running on this one, let you know how it performs in due course, but I'm not expecting any great surprises from the Sellita. But it just wears so nicely, compact lug to lug, not a lot of curvature in the case of the watch itself, but the relatively short lug to lug and the lack of overall weight. Rolex Submariner is 150 grams for your reference, so this watch is about 20% lighter than a subby, and you can feel the lack of weight on your wrist. I do enjoy that particular facet to the Oris 65 range. And if I take the watch outside, perhaps you begin to get an idea of what this thing looks like in natural light. It really is the way that the bezel plays off the dial in the hands. The kind of two different tones, that kind of rich golden tone you get coming off both of them, looks spectacular in combination, especially with that big bubbled sapphire crystal. You can expect to see this one featuring rather regularly on my Instagram feed in the weeks to come. The lume, to be honest, is not all that amazing. Superluminova, not bad on the hands and the lume pip, but the dial, I was hoping for better. The Deauville dial's got a printed dial, these ones have got filled indices, but it's not actually much better, if any better, than the printed dial. But this thing is such a honey to look at and a honey to wear that I'm prepared to forgive it pretty much anything and everything. I've said it before, on paper it is an unspectacular watch, the specs aren't amazing, and for the price you're paying you might expect a better movement than just a Sellita 200 with a big dirty red rotor slapped onto it, but it's more than the sum of its parts, this thing. Clearly this has got a little bit of magic about it, otherwise I wouldn't be on to my third one, would I?
So there you have it, Oris 65 number 3. There is just something about this watch that I adore. And I know what it is. It's just about perfect in terms of its dimensions. It's the right size, it's the right weight, it's the right thickness, it wears beautifully. Love the taper on the bracelet, love that domed sapphire crystal. It's got a date function, it's got enough water resistance, it's pretty much perfect. I don't really need anything else in a watch that this Oris 65 does not provide. So far so good with the bronze one then, but then we've been here before, haven't we? Perhaps I'll wait to see what Oris release in 2019. Thanks for watching, see you in the next video.